Good morning, children. In last class, I have given some homework based on equations of motion. I think you all have tried to solve it, and some of the students have also shown the homework. But I know it is not easy for all of the students because it is a different type of topic. It is totally the application of the formula which we have learned and how to apply this formula. So generally in class 9 you will face difficulty to solve the numerical problems. That's why I think first I will solve few questions, then we will discuss the next topic, that is uniform circular motion. So first of all I want to discuss page 110, page 110, question number 2 or 1 also, I think. Okay, first solve page 109, question number 1. Okay, this question. Now the question is, a bus is starting from rest. So as I discussed earlier, that whenever an object start moving from rest, its initial velocity is 0. So the bus is starting from rest, so symbolically you will write u is equal to 0. So as we have written that bus is starting from rest, so initial velocity u is 0. Now with a uniform acceleration of 0.1 meter per second square. So acceleration is also given, and as you know the symbol for acceleration is small a. The small a is 0.1 meter per second square, and it moved for 2 minutes. So time is given in minutes, 2 minutes, and you know the SI unit of time is second. So first convert it into second. So it will be 120 second, because all other quantities are in meter per second in SI unit. And find the speed acquired. So first what you have to calculate? The V, the final velocity. Speed acquired by the object. And B, what you have to calculate? The distance traveled. It means S. So these are the given things, U, A, T, and you have to calculate V and S, isn't it? So first we will calculate final velocity. So there are three equations of motions. The equations are V is equal to U plus AT, S is equal to UT plus half AT square, and 2as is equal to v square minus u square. Now you have to decide what are the given things and which formula out of these three you will apply to find out v and s. So I think u is known to us, a is known to us, and t is also known to us. So we can use first equation to calculate v. So we are writing v is equal to u plus at. So u is 0 plus a is 0.1 and t is 120. So if you will simplify, you will get 12 meter per second. So first part we have solved, that final velocity will be 12 meter per second. Then what you have to calculate? How much distance it has traveled. So for distance, acceleration is given, so you can use second equation of motion. You can also use third equation of motion. So it's upon you. Either of these two you can use any equation. So for B part I am using 2as is equal to v square minus u square. So substitute the value, it will be 2 into 0.1. Acceleration is s, we have to calculate. V is 12, so it will be 12 square minus u is 0, so it will be 0 square like this. So it will be 0.2 s is equal to 144. Therefore, s is equal to 144 by 0.2. So this can be written as 1440 by 2 by removing the decimal. So after simplification, you will get 720 meter. So distance traveled by the bus is 720 meter. In this way, you have to solve the numericals. Now, the second question. I think now it is clear to you. This is question number 1. Now we will discuss page 110, question number 2. In question number 2, it is given a train is traveling at a speed of 90 km per hour. So speed of train, initial speed of train is given. So u is given how much? 90 km per hour. Brakes are applied so as to produce a uniform acceleration. Now I have given instructions to solve the numerical problems, and we have written whenever an object is thrown upwards or brakes are applied, the final velocity is 0. So here brakes are applied, it means V is how much? V is 0. Then to produce a uniform acceleration of minus 0.5 meter per second square. So retardation is given. It is minus 0.5 meter per second square. Find how far the train will go before it is brought to rest. It means what you have to calculate? S. How much distance train will travel before coming to rest. Now first thing, that acceleration is given in SI unit, whereas initial velocity is given in kilometer per hour. So you have to convert it into meter per second, and whenever you have to convert kilometer per hour into meter per second, you will multiply it with 5 by 18. So it will be 25 meter per second. So after multiplying it with 5 by 18, we are getting 25 meters per second. So time is not given, so we can't use this formula, second equation of motion, to calculate S, isn't it? So we will use third equation of motion. So write the third equation. 2as is equal to v square minus u square. So it can be written as, substitute the values. 2 minus 0.5 into s is equal to v square is 0 and u square is 25 square. So it will be how much? Minus 0.1 s, and it will be minus 625. So it will be 1.0 actually. So minus cancel from both the sides. So it will be 625 by 1. So it will be 625 meter. So distance traveled by the train before coming to rest is 6 to 5 meters. I think it is clear to you. Now in this way you have to solve the other questions from chapter and exercises. I want to solve one question, that is question number 7. Question number 7, page 113. Page 113, question number 7. Question number 7 is, a ball is gently dropped from a height of 20 meters. Now, as we have written, whenever an object is dropped from certain height, so initial velocity is 0, so u is 0 again, and height h is given. You can, h is 20 meter. If its velocity increases uniformly at the rate of 10 meter per second square, so acceleration is given 10 meter per second square. With what velocity will it strike the ground? It means you have to calculate the final velocity, so put a question mark against v, and after what time will it strike the ground? So also calculate t, after what time it will reach the ground. So u, h or s is given 20 meter, acceleration is 10 meter per second square, you have to calculate v and t. So t is not known to us, so how to solve it? First we will calculate time, because acceleration but velocity. So out of these three formula, which formula you will use to calculate v? Okay, so we are using third equation of motion. 2as is equal to v square minus u square. Now substitute the values. 2 into 10, s is 20, and v you have to calculate, u is 0. So this can be written as, or v square is equal to 20 into 20. Therefore v is equal to root over 20 into 20. So it will be 20 meter per second. So it will strike the ground with a velocity of 20 meter per second. Then you have to calculate time. After what time it will strike the ground. So for time you can use first equation also. So v is equal to u plus at. V we have calculated now 20. U is 0. A is 10. And t we have to calculate, or we can write 10t is equal to 20. Therefore t is equal to 20 by 10, so it will be 2. So after 2 seconds it will strike the ground. So in this way you have to solve the numerical problems. First read the questions carefully, and whatever the instructions I have given, when initial velocity or final velocity will be 0, when acceleration will be positive, when negative, these things, then write down the given things symbolically, what you have to calculate, put a question mark against it. Then out of these three equations you have to think which equation you will use to calculate the given thing or to solve the numerical. So this is a revision for numerical problems. Now a last topic is left, that is uniform circular motion. So next topic is uniform circular motion. So uniform circular motion. And the first question is, what do you mean by uniform circular motion? Isn't it? Uniform circular motion. So it is clear that object is moving in a circular path but uniformly. It means when an object moves in a circular path with constant speed or with uniform speed, its motion is called uniform circular motion. So write these lines. When an object, write down, when an object moves in a circular path, when an object moves in a circular path with constant speed, its motion is called uniform circular motion. Its motion is called uniform circular motion. Now we will write an expression for velocity, how to calculate velocity when an object is moving in a circular path of radius r. So suppose we have a circular path like this. And the radius of circular path is r, and suppose an object is moving with a uniform speed in a circular path. So suppose, write down, considering an object is moving in a circular path of radius r. If it completes one round of the circular path, if it completes one round of the circular path in time t, then velocity of the object can be expressed as v is equal to 2 pi r by t. It means in one complete round, distance covered by the object is simply circumference of the circle. So circumference of the circle is 2 pi r, and we have written it takes time t to complete one round. So velocity will be simply 2 pi r by t. Now there is an important question based on this topic, that why, write this question, why uniform circular motion is called accelerated motion. The important question. why uniform circular motion is called accelerated motion. So as in the definition of uniform circular motion, we have written that when an object moves in a circular path with constant speed or uniform speed, its motion is called uniform circular motion. Now speed is constant. Suppose speed is 10 meter per second. So with this speed, with this constant speed, object is moving around the circular path. So how its motion is accelerated one? What do you think? Now take some example. Suppose an object is moving in a square path. ABCD is a square. So its speed is constant. Suppose it is moving with a speed of 10 meter per second. But at each corner, at point A, B, C and D, it changes its direction to continue its motion around the square path. Isn't it? Now suppose we have a pentagonal path like this, or hexagonal path. Hexagonal path A, B, C, D, E, F. Now if object try to move in this hexagonal path with constant speed, he has to change its direction at these points at A, B, C, D, E and F. Isn't it? So in this way, if you increase the number of sides, you open page 110, NCERT book, figure 8.9. You will see that first they have taken a square or rectangular path, then hexagonal path, then octagonal path. There are 8 sides, regular octagon, all sides are equal. In this way, if we increase the number of sides and decrease the length of each side, ultimately we will get a figure that will be similar to a circle. So when an object moves in a circular path, at each and every point it changes its direction. Suppose object start moving from here. So at this point, if it is moving in anti-clockwise direction, the velocity will be like this. If you choose this point, it will be, you have to draw a tangent at the point to find out the velocity. So it will be like this, it will be like this. So at each and every point, you will find that to maintain its path, the object has to change its direction. So direction is changing, although speed is constant. So if direction is changing, it means velocity is not constant, because velocity is a vector quantity. It depends on magnitude as well as direction. Although magnitude is constant, speed is constant, but its direction is continuously changing along the path, and due to change in direction, the motion is accelerated one. So we say that uniform circular motion is an accelerated motion. I think now it is clear to you. Now it is your homework to write answer of this question, why uniform circular motion is called accelerated motion, and there is a numerical based on it. That is a last question. These are homework. Then page 113, question number 10. This question is based on this formula, and these two questions are homework. And students, today you have a unit test. I think you all are ready, and the syllabus I have given already, that is up to graphical representation of motion. You will get objective questions, MCQ, fill in the blanks, one word answer questions. These are based on you must learn it, the units of these things. and the uses of the graphs. These things we have already discussed, and all class 9C students will submit your answer in my WhatsApp number. I will send you my WhatsApp number. All 9C students, not all other sections, only 9C will submit to me. Okay, all the best. Bye.